unrelated topic just before we go to the phones. George was absolutely right about that. He was talking about the government wanting to know about every penny you have. And this last time that I did my taxes, of course, I'm here in the Philippines, and I have bank accounts here in the Philippines, and they passed a new law, and they want to know about any foreign bank accounts you have. And, I thought about that, and I almost didn't do it. I was so angry. It's kind of like this. This is money that I earned. This is money that I've already paid my taxes on, right? So if I wanted to take that money and go throw it in the Potomac River, I could do that, presumably. Not that I would, but I could do that. Or I could go handing it out to the poor. I could do a million different things with my money. But once you've paid your taxes on your money, what damn business is it of the government's what you're doing with it? Now, I went ahead and I, did as my accountant said that I should do and reported my foreign bank accounts. But the more I thought about it, the more angry I became. And I actually thought about not reporting, but I didn't do that. When you're a high-profile person, they love making examples of them, so I've always been very fastidious about reporting. It's just that what business is it of theirs, what you do with money that you've already paid your federal taxes on? It just doesn't make sense to me. All right, we're going to go to the phones. Butch, are you ready? This is a tough topic, and I don't know what people are going to have to say about it, but we're about to find out.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let's begin with Shelley in northern Kentucky, I believe. Shelley, welcome to Coast AM.
Hello, Art and Butch. Well, okay, let's see how I start this. You remember that the government supposedly years ago didn't want people to know about aliens because it could affect their belief in God. And when you mentioned Ramona before being a devout Catholic, I just had to, I'm a Catholic with way too many questions. And, the only way I can put this, you love Gordon Lightfoot, and he has a line in Edmund Fitzgerald, does anyone know where the love of God goes? And you can put any disastrous, horrible thing in the blank. But I'm wondering, where do you stand? How do you two feel? Is he just sitting there watching this? Are we like some planetary ant farm? I mean, is this amusing to watch all this? Because where is the Good Shepherd? I don't know. It's very frightening, and we don't know what this is or what's being aimed at us, but there's an awful lot going on, and it's like I'm not sure how to answer that. And it's kind of like asking, why does God allow little babies to die? You get answers, it's His plan. Or you have to have faith, and so those are some of the questions that I also have, and I think any intelligent person would ask. I really envy those people with so much faith that they have no questions. You want to even take a pass at that, Butch?
Well, also being Catholic, I have a lot of questions also. But it's just like I was listening to a speaker one time, and the question was put to him almost just like she just put it to us. And he said, he says, you have to be really naive to think that the Almighty, whoever he or she may be, only created us in this vast universe and millions of universes and billions of stars. And he says, I don't think we're all that special. He said, I just believe that he said that there's others out there, and eventually in time we're going to meet them, good, bad, or indifferent. And just some thought.
And I think that's exactly how they're going to be, good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
That whole range. All right, let's go to Los Angeles, California. Christian, you're on the air with Butch Bukowski and Art Bell.
Hello, Art Bell. It's a pleasure to speak with you. You're such a legend. And I had a question for you and also for Nick, and that is with Whitley Strieber, since you know you're very good friends with him. He seems to think that the interaction between humans and extraterrestrials is something where we can learn from each other, a better understanding, kind of an intellectual understanding. But recently I saw the film The Fourth Kind, and it scared the bejesus out of me. In fact, when I came home that night, I couldn't sleep. I was terrified.
Your phone is fading away. You need to get closer to the base.
Oh, hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the film The Fourth Kind, and when I came home, it scared me to death. I couldn't sleep all night. And and it seems now, it's like what you're saying about these mutilations, that there probably actually is truth to that film, that really, in a way, E.T. Is not cute and cuddly and friendly and intellectual, but it sounds like that, in a way, we need to be very fearful. And it's just I kind of find that very, very disturbing. And again, it was a pleasure to talk to you. I mean, Arthel, you're such a legend, and I wish you well. And I just want to say thank you for this show, because the way the government has controlled the media now, you're probably one of the very few outlets where there's actually the freedom of speech is still alive and well. And we need to, especially UFOs. I mean, this is a very important topic that the government has been covering up since 1947. But I'd like to know kind of how you feel about what I said about, really, is this the intellectuals, or the extraterrestrials? It's something to really be, I think, for humanity. Do we really need to be fearful of this? And again, thank you for your time, and it was a pleasure talking to you guys, especially you, Art. All the best to you.
Take care, and enough with the legend stuff. It sounds so post-mortem. So, Butch, again, you want to take a pass at that one?
I don't think that we're going to learn any more than we've already learned. I just do not see this coming forth. It's these guys are going to step off of whatever they're flying, and they're going to cure cancer and Alzheimer's and crippling diseases and for the betterment of mankind. I have to see a lot more before I'm going to start to go in that angle.
And yet earlier you suggested they were studying things like Alzheimer's and so forth.
Yeah, I think they're studying a lot. I think it's not just. I guess the problem I have with the studying is that they keep studying the same thing over and over and over.
This is what Barack Obama
it'd be
really
different if all of a sudden we started finding or learning that the brains were missing. Okay, that's another story. But these are the same things: the tongue, the jaws, the throats, the ears, the eyes, the sexual organs, the intestines. Anus, it's the same thing. It does not change. There is no change in any case.
Right. Well, there are some who speculate with regard to cattle mutilations and human ones that perhaps what they're doing is monitoring our environment through
toxins in the air, or that would take in the nuclear. Are they getting ready to come to this planet and they want to check us out and check out what we're going to be like, or is this going to be a place that they could survive or they could even visit without the War of the Worlds type of they get a flu virus and they all die.
Yeah, exactly. Or are we in the process of changing this into a place that would not be habitable for them?
Right. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, let's go to a wild card line. I think Oak Island, North Carolina, you're on the air.
Hey, Mr. Bell, thank you for taking my call.
Certainly.
I've waited a long time to talk to one of you guys because I know you're not going to make fun of me. But I'm a firm believer that my whole family's been abducted at one time or another. I've personally have removed an implant from the left side of my nose. After I took it out of my nose, I really don't have any recollection of being abducted or anything done to me except for some strange bruises and some marks. But there's 3 places on the left side of my body that I believe